swole over there, Mo, man. You been doing some push-ups? Fuck. Lock
This
up.
is play the other joint. You know what? Oh, cause you.
Coffee and condoms.
So passive, woke up them asses. The I was roused, they put on their glasses. The I was gone, today we read the tablet. I am just a human doing shit you can't fathom.
Podcast with me, your host, Scooter, aka the Funky Grandpa. This is Coffee and Condoms, and you are tuning into the newest podcast going down. It's bananas. I am your host, the Funky Grandpa, aka Scooter.
T-Moon and Sheen, I'm telling you, $2.99. That's the best we gonna get.
What's good? It is coffee and condoms. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What? What are you doing? This dude.
T-Moo at his best. You get what you pay for.
I sound like Darth Vader or something. Fix it.
Our sound engineer decided for Love Day to just fuck us off.
Yo, what is that?
While they working on that, what's happening? This is Coffee and Condoms. I'm your co-host, Jay Will, the comic. You know what it is. While my man Scoop is getting this shit together over there, I'm telling y'all, man, it's Love Weekend. Ain't shit going right. You know me, I'm anti-Valentine's Day anyway.
I had to go hit some buttons. Is it working?
I don't know what he sound like, people.
Still not working.
I won't put my headphones on because I won't participate in the nonsenseness.
Hold up.
We want to go to a commercial break, but we ain't got no sponsors right now. It's just us.
Black people.
They say Scudo that sound like Darth Vader and goddamn cartoon characters. Man, we got a T-Moo ass engineer that we get for $2.99 a week. That's not $200. That's $2.99.
This mic is working.
And I want not
So
$2.98.
something you got going on
back.
with the mic then? There's something you got going on with the mic that make it sound right.
Hey man, y'all know what it is, man. We are who we are. We do what we do. We gonna get it together. Y'all can just look at me. You welcome. I'm saying my mama made me beautiful. It ain't my fault. So y'all can
I
just
tell
watch
you
me.
what, man.
What's happening? You back in the game, bro? Is
That
it you
shit
or
was
is it
weird.
the version of you that you was doing a few minutes ago?
Apparently it is me. I'm back.
Okay, well, welcome back, man.
But I was Darth Vader for about 8 minutes, man.
So
I don't know.
we gonna rewind it back real quick, man. And go ahead and do your thug.
Welcome to Coffee and Condoms. I am your host, Scooter, a.k.a. the Funky Grandpa, and hosting next to me, my man, my ace, my mellow, Jay Will, the comic man.
Y'all
Terry
know
Free
what it
is
is.
not here today. She's
We
sick.
miss you,
so
Terry Free,
miss
man.
you, Terry. Bet it wouldn't have went like that if she was here.
Nah, because like
You know what
we
I'm
have to
saying?
be more professional when she's around.
Yeah, right.
This is when you leave the fellas in the studio
right,
by
right. You see
themselves.
what happened when, hey, that's it. Mommy
Terry Free,
leave
you
and
better
the
come back
kids
and
act
babysit
up.
us. You better come back in and get us
I was
right.
like, what the hell? That joint was like,
You on that slow motion?
Yo.
He was chopped and screwed.
like for real.
You saw that
It
chopped and
was, it
screwed.
was. You know, and I wanted to play with it, but I got the show going. I
Hey,
wanted to
man,
really
we
be
live too. Like this is what the shit that we go
I at least
through.
should have said, Luke, I'm your father.
Yeah, just one time. Just one time.
I'm your father.
See what I mean? That's for the guests, man. When y'all saying some shit that y'all ain't supposed to, you gonna be on that mic. Just know it's
Yeah.
coming. We don't want to hear you.
That joint just turned to did what it wanted to do. Like, you know what?
I'm blaming the engineer. It's
got
Valentine's
to.
weekend. Having an engineer that's all kind of cute and shit. She done came in because she done had a lovey-dovey, huggy weekend type
Right,
shit.
right. All rosed
Yeah,
up,
all
and now
rosed
want to
up.
come in here
Come
and
here
fuck my
smiling from
shit
ear
up.
to ear and shit. I don't know what the hell she's smiling so hard for. She ain't here with us.
Gonna
Look
come
at
here
my
and mess
face.
my shit
I
up.
want to show her face because I bet you it's different than this face.
Man.
No, I ain't smiling. It's Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Valentine's weekend. What's up, everybody? So, yo, let's start it off with this right here. Valentines?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm Southern.
Yeah.
We gonna leave some letters out here and there. It's Valentine's Day. Is what we tell it. Shit, I ain't never said Valentine's Day, man. Look here, in the country where I'm from, Happy Valentine's Day.
They missing all kind
With
of
a B, throw 2
consonants
L's
in
in
that
there. You
joint.
might got an A, a search for an O. It just went out there.
I think it always just been Valentine's, like times, like you know what I mean,
I
like
think it's apostrophe S or some weird shit. But look, here's the thing: if you only got one person, ain't it supposed to be Happy Valentine's Day?
yeah.
If you got a few in the stable, Valentine's, that's plural, ain't it?
Okay.
Just if
Maybe-
my wife
maybe-
is watching, it's Valentine on there. So make sure the S fall
So
off.
here's my question, right, ladies? If your dude on Valentine's Day just does he just gets you a card, are you cool with it?
She better
right.
be.
Are you just cool with your man? And let's say y'all been rocking, let's say 3 years.
Oh,
3 years and your man gets you a card. Are you cool with it?
so here's my theory. I done seen these saps out here, man,
Yeah,
spending $11,000 on some weird
Speak
shit.
on it.
Here's the thing: you getting the same woman. Like she ain't coming back brand new.
Preach,
She
brother.
not bringing nothing new to the table. Look
Say
here.
it.
The first one, I'm trying to impress you. The second one, I might be trying to keep.
Right.
By the third one, your ass already made your decision. You want to be here.
You
So
wanna be
look
here.
here, we
Yeah.
good.
You should be cool. I always tell people this. Get your lady a dozen dandelions. Get her a dozen. Now, here's the thing. First
I need to hear this
Valentine's Day.
theory right here. This is some new
That-
shit for
y'all,
me.
Let me break it down for
Please.
you. Let me break it down for you. So here's what it is. Your first Valentine's Day with your lady, whoever you dating, whatever, get them a dozen dandelions. If she goes, oh, she is a keeper. And any Valentine after that, you should be flowers, candy, and diamonds.
Okay.
Because she has appreciated the fact that,
effort.
hey, you got the effort that you went and got. Hey, look, I couldn't afford much. This is what I got.
Now she just take that whole dozen, go, and them some bitches go floating around the room. They tell you, hey, it's time to break
Get her
up.
in that yellow. Get her in that
No, but the
yellow.
Okay, with the color on them.
But if she appreciate the flower, the polleny ones, and blow a whole dozen around and made a wish,
Okay.
then I might
She
appreciate
might
it.
have wished she
Yeah.
got somebody that could afford roses, sir. Just so you know. her
You know,
wish may
hey.
come true if you let her go to the club
But
Saturday.
here's the thing, because again, like always make Valentine's Day seem about the motherfucking lady.
Because it is. What? Look here, man. You know and I know. We gonna get the same cooch from the same woman and probably go to bed at the same damn time. That's Valentine's Day. Once you've been together for a while.
Right.
When it's new and y'all excited to be around each other. Like,
You do
that's like
shit.
The first time you make love to a woman, man, you so amped up to do it.
Man.
You might not get your best moves into the second round. Because the first round, you might be surprised she let you.
That excitement is mud.
Man, the build-up. That's why I hate when a woman like, he came too fast. No, sweetie, I was
No.
anticipating that this was
I
going to be
came
great.
right on time. I don't know
Man,
what you
I
talking
waited.
about.
You be mad if I went somewhere else and let the
Yeah,
load loose
right.
and then came over here with you for 2 hours.
Exactly.
And
Then you be like, man, you ain't done yet.
then always something, man. But
Yes.
Valentine's Day is a woman's holiday. I'm a true believer that, man, if you got one that you appreciate, do what you do. But at the
Right.
same breath, don't put yourself in debt chasing the same woman because, man, she know what, if she really with you, she know what your financial situation looks
If
like.
she really rocking with you.
Man, because
If she really rocking.
unless y'all got a he, we, and she account, if y'all together got a
Yeah.
joint account, she know if you spent $70, somebody ain't paying the light bill.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If when I'm dating and I'm in a relationship, here's the truth. I'm gonna do for you Valentine's Day. You gonna do some shit for me. Don't come with me with no whackness neither.
Man.
Right? We gonna appreciate each other.
Message.
You know what I'm saying? We appreciating each other. That's what it is. I don't care what if this is a woman's holiday, whatever. This particular day when we celebrating, it's a us holiday.
But see, you got those women that, man, because they know it's a woman's holiday. Like, I don't think there's really a man holiday. Because even with Father's Day,
Right.
hell, we get bashed for being fathers. We get
Yeah.
bashed for not being fathers.
Yeah.
We don't get shit on Father's Day, but yet we father 364 more days of the year.
You know what's funny about that too? Because on Father's Day, you will see some women on Facebook, social media, and they be like, Happy Father's Day to me. You know, I'm going to raise my
I
baby.
hate that
But
shit.
you never see single dads
Who say
on
Happy
Mother's Day say Happy Mother's Day to me. Right?
So-
never see that.
Tuesday night, we in the club. And Byron Otis, man, does a joke. Shout out Byron Otis. Man, Matter of fact, he rocking with me next Sunday. But Byron does a joke where he says, man, when women are pregnant, they do baby showers. People put their hand on the stomach and congratulate the mom and, oh my God. But you never see anybody go grab the man's meat and say, congratulations on making the baby.
I heard him tell that.
So, man, when I heard that joke, that's exactly what I be thinking about. Like,
True
we do
indeed.
so much to say
True
that the
indeed.
woman is on a pedestal.
Yes.
But yet, when we put women on a pedestal, we look lame as hell doing it because
Suckers.
most of the men that get cheated on, most of the men that don't get to keep their woman is the one that's doing the most.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I look at bad relationships and the dude ain't doing shit. But the woman still rocking with
Loving
him.
him. Loving him.
Man, can't talk bad about him. He go to
You know
jail,
how many,
spend 6
how
years.
many
you
women
wait.
I know waiting on a dude in jail right now?
Hey, shout
know
out to
at
all
least
his brothers
4
locked
women.
down that's still holding them down because I swear I meet about 2 a week. My man
Yo.
locked up, but I'm waiting for him for
Waiting.
what? He not gonna come back better. Shit, he been down 3 years. He ain't had no job, no nothing.
Jay Will just wrote him all the way. He
Bruh.
will not be rehabilitated.
He didn't get no GED. What progression did he make? You know what I'm saying? He come back talking about he gonna come back to selling drugs. He
Right,
didn't learn
yo.
shit.
I
So
mean, what if he
again-
come back and he move a little different?
Yeah, he probably do. But you been locked down 3-4 years. You was moving quick in that joint. Somebody could have been chasing you, sir. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Man, let me tell you. I'll tell you what though. Like, that's crazy to me. It's just crazy that again, women will hold down a dude. Women will hold down a dude in jail quicker than they will hold down a dude in the street.
True.
Ain't that some
Now,
crazy
in the
shit?
same breath, let me play devil's advocate.
Please do.
'Cause
Please
usually
do.
when you get locked up, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's when you remember the military, bro.
Yeah.
When brother deploy, his wife ain't got a wedding band ring print.
Yeah.
And she in the club trying to get low. Like it just be
Kicking it.
happening.
Kicking it.
So
Drop it like
again,
it's
with the
hard.
jail thing, I get it. If you in love, you in love.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you what love feel like. That's an individual act.
Right.
How you feel about it, how you feel about it. But for me, if I'm locked up, I'm already assuming my wife is just doing whatever. 'Cause
Man.
how can I can't come check.
I
They
tell
ain't
you
gonna
what,
let me out to go look.
you don't have a lot of men out there waiting on no woman in jail. That's for damn sure. I'm not.
Here's the thing,
You
if-
can't be on punishment long enough.
If my
And-
wife get locked
Well,
up,
I
9
gotta
times
go.
10, if we wasn't together, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have been out there doing whatever the fuck you were doing.
You shouldn't have been.
That's how I
Not
feel.
at all. I can agree with that. Like,
I'm
what
not
the hell is
knocking
going
no
on?
criminal, so man, don't be in my inbox later on talking about you holding the brother that I don't hold nobody
Yeah.
locked down.
True indeed.
Hey, when you
Yeah.
come home and I see you, it's good to see you back on this side. But when
Yeah.
you locked down, I don't go visit.
To all the
I
thug
don't-
5,000s out there.
don't
I
hit
don't
me talking
care
about
if you
put something
got
on my
prison
books.
love going on. I don't care if you got a chick out there waiting. What I'm saying is I don't understand how there are women out there holding down these dudes that's locked up better than they holding down dudes in the
The
street.
crazy is you waiting on this dude to come back in 5 to 10 years where you could have found a dude that's out here with you that wanted to be. Instead, you get a temporary dude to come over and do all
Yeah.
the shit that your
Do
man was
everything.
supposed to. And as soon as he
Yes.
make parole, I got to get rid of he been paying the bills.
Right,
He getting
right.
the kids to school. Your
Now
baby
he
got
gotta go.
your baby got a dominant left hand layup because the side dude
Because side dude.
in the gym with him.
Because
at
the
that.
stand-in. The
But
stunt
your-
man. Stunt dad.
But now dad come home and all of a sudden he at the gym.
Yeah.
Talking, that's my son. You didn't teach him shit.
Nothing.
I don't get that, man. Like
nothing.
I don't get that whole stuck in the mud mentality. Like, man, we don't move forward to progress. We stand still and hope that progression happens. That's weird to me.
Okay, let me ask you this. You in a relationship. You and your lady fall off. She had kids. You had a relationship with that kid. Y'all fall off. You still got a relationship with that kid?
Nah, because I got to tolerate her. Man,
Okay.
once you get, look here, I'm going to be honest with you. We break up, we broke up.
Broke.
There's no.
I agree.
Look, now, will I still beat if you let me? I'm a dude. We hard up on each other.
You know,
Hey.
ipso facto, I'm the boss. You know what I mean?
But that whole keep doubling back, man,
Yeah.
hoping for something different. Again, that's only tormenting the kid.
Yeah.
I keep coming around and you miss me, but she don't want me. So man, the kid ends up
Right.
because I end up either taking it out on the kid or it hurts me every time I'm around the kid.
See, I hate when women sit back, and I've had a couple women say this to me. Well, you know, me and him was dating, and I knew a chick that had a kid with a dude, right? And then they both had separate kids. So she was like, well, his daughter is like my daughter. And I was like, nah, not really. Because she got a mom. She know who her mom
Right.
is. Well, I'm like her second mom. I said, so what happens when he get a new chick? What's her position? She gonna be third mom? I don't think so.
And if that don't work out because it only went 6 months, is their fourth mom? Is their mom A, B, C?
Right.
Man, that's the thing.
No. And the crazy part is he got remarried. So he got remarried, and I was like, now what? Well,
That's like
because
the title
that's now
stepdad.
second mom.
Stepdad to me, I don't get to step on the kids. I hate that title.
Yeah.
If I'm with you, I'm with you, and it's what
True
you're
indeed.
comfortable calling me. Like
I agree with that.
I'm part of that situation. My wife had one before me. I had one before her. When we got married, we never did that. This is your kid. This is my kid. It was once we became one, these are our kids.
Yes.
So when you ask me how many kids I have, I say 4 with a quickness. I claim, but I know her dad. And when he's around, I don't do the let's boss up and prove.
Right.
But then and I'm still a dude. There's still that animosity those times where I seen you not pull your part, do what you was supposed. So I was there. She ain't gonna never worry. She ain't gonna never want because I'm there. But at the same breath, I never said, hey, you got to call me dad. That wasn't something I could force on her. That's something she's got to want to do.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't agree with anybody just picking up the parent. Don't come into my life and parent. I don't need you to parent.
Man.
Right? But come in with, I tell women all the time, if you dating a man and he don't have no care, no understanding for your children, that dude really don't want to be with you. He don't want to be with you. Any dude that want to be with you is going to check in on your kids. Any dude that gonna be like you see those videos where like the dad bought only his kid fries, right? He only brings his kid McDonald's or whatever. Any dude that does that is not trying to be with you. Now I ain't gonna lie, on the real, I get why the dad is only bringing his son McDonald's or whatever because that's his kid.
That's my kid.
It's not my job to buy food for every other kid in the house. They got daddies. They got to figure that out.
That's like the Christmas gift.
Right.
Man, if I'm buying for my kid for Christmas, I do not feel obligated to buy for your other kids.
Not at all.
I'm not obligated.
Word is bond.
But I don't want my son to feel like I don't
that you don't care for his siblings.
His siblings. Like
True indeed.
I do say, man, if I'm gonna bring a gift in the house, now my son's gift may be more extravagant.
Yes.
Because that's my kid. But I'm gonna make sure the other kids get something so they know I do care for them being their brother and sister.
I dig that.
But I get this whole, like, I'm gonna say the 90s was the worst part.
Yeah.
Where you had the women going, I don't want to be in a relationship, but you don't have to do nothing for my kid.
Yep.
You say that shit, but then when I do nothing for your kid, you want to hold
mad.
that against.
Then you mad.
We arguing every day because you
don't even do nothing for him. You don't want me doing nothing.
You told me not to.
Man,
that's why I'm a strong believer in that.
Let me tell you, I went through this. So my baby mom's back in the day when she had a son. So when my daughter was born, instantly I was like, well, I'll buy him some Christmas stuff too. Not because of her, but because I didn't want him to hold resentment towards my child, right? I wanted him to see that, Scooter, look, and then one day his mom says some stuff like, well, you must still want to be with me still because you be buying my son stuff because I would give him Christmas and birthday stuff. Dude, I cut that shit off so fast.
Next time I came over there,
yo,
you had negative.
I cut that quicker than a chick need a C-section. I swear to God, I was like,
like a Puerto Rican in a fight. That's all you go here.
Quick, real quick.
Man, look here.
You'd have thought I came out of New York with that.
Throw an ox, chunking an ox at him.
I cut that joint off quick as hell.
That's one of those things that, again, I'm about maturity.
Right.
If we have a conversation and you say X, Y, Z, I hold you accountable for X, Y, Z.
True indeed.
If you decide that you bring something else to the table, I'm not requiring it.
Right.
That's why I hate that. Tell me the truth.
Right.
The truth gonna hurt. At some point, I got to tell you something that you ain't gonna want to hear.
That you don't want to hear.
It would probably been better if I just went on and lied.
Yes.
But you said tell you the truth, so I'm me. In a drunken stupor, don't ask me a question because my drunk me is gonna say whatever.
Hey, whatever. I agree.
Sober me will think about it because I may take your feelings and emotions but drunk me, 2 shots in, please believe me.
Sober me might say it quicker than drunk me. I ain't gonna lie.
Drunk me gonna say it because there's no filter. What's up? Drunk me is letting it go.
Sober me, I'm just gonna be like.
It depends on if I got another place to stay tonight.
There you go. There you go.
What's my situation?
Let me see my situations. If I'm living with you, I may
on a Wednesday, I can't really tell you the truth because Friday is 2 days away. But on a Thursday, I can sleep in the car tonight. I can get a room tomorrow. We get paid tomorrow.
But when I tell you,
you
better be ready for it.
Man. It's gonna hurt. And again, I understand that statement. The truth hurts.
It do.
Some people can't handle the truth. Again, in an argument, I don't argue, and that's the reason why one of the things
And
you
when we
always hear
say
me
some people, we mean women.
Our engineer just gave us the coldest look. Terry Free, you are being missed right now.
I'm telling you the truth, though. Like, again, first of all, let me rewind that. You know what I'm saying? let me say, I'm not saying, because I don't want women out there like, oh, that nigga Scooter scarred. He's scarred.
Shit.
I ain't scarred. I'm not scarred at all. But I have seen a lot of women do greasy things. Guess I've seen brothers do a lot of greasy stuff.
I've been that
But
brother.
the things I've seen women do is just been a shock to me because you don't think that. You don't think that women is hitting like women is just as greasy as dudes.
The military opened my eyes. When you serve with women and sit in a motor pool, you sitting around waiting for a deployment, and you get to conversating about life. You will see and hear things from women in that scenario because they are held accountable to a standard of a man.
Yes.
But they're surrounded by men.
True.
So they get this whole different lesson too, because where you think the man that bought you car and flowers love you, he might just be in lust for the moment. Once he smashed, you find out that the love thing was only till he smashed.
He's just trying them panties on.
They'll come and they'll ask, and as men, we gonna tell them.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like, I found out that, man, women cut harder and deeper and do things.
Man.
Like, I use this example. The woman who had a boyfriend. I watched her literally smash about 9 different dudes that I knew of that smashed. Now, I don't know how many she smashed that I didn't know about. Just the 9 I knew.
Though, let me tell you, I seen all names will be held to protect the innocent. But let me tell you this story. So when I was in the Army, there was this one dude, and he was dating a chick that I knew, right? And we was cool. And she wanted to dip back where she was from. She was from Texas. So she wanted to dip back to Texas to go see her other dude. And that was in Texas. But she was sprung off this dude. So my man had went to the field and was going to the field. So for those that don't know, when you're in the military, you go to the field.
Training.
You're out training in the woods somewhere. And so he's out in the field. So she got his car, his stuff. She's staying with him. You dig? So here they are up in the joint, and she's up in his crib, and he's out, and she ends up selling his stuff.
Oh, cold.
Trades in his whip.
Ooh.
Takes the whip, the cash, boom, bing, down to Texas she goes and kicks it and fucks the money off on the other dude. Bull comes out of the field, and he's like, what happened? She hits him with, mind you, this is not a story coming from a person that heard from a person. No, this is coming from the source.
Eyewitness.
This is how she told it to me. I was like, so what'd you do? She said, yo, he came to me, and he was fussing about the stuff. She said, I just started crying. Oh, my God, I had an emergency at home. I couldn't get in touch with you out in the field, blah, blah, blah,
you
blah.
You need an emergency poking.
And that dude was like, okay.
I'm sorry.
And that was it.
So with old girl, she smashed about 9. Ooh. When her dude showed up, kissed him directly in the mouth, walked him around, acted like everything was cool. While the 9 dudes that she smashed is high-fiving him and like, hey, bro, that's your girl? And laughing.
So this wasn't over a period of time.
No.
This was
a 2-month
moment.
And the craziest, and this is just in complete honesty, I was like 3rd on the list. So therefore, when I high-fived him, I felt some kind of way about it.
Darn, dog.
Zach Wordscoop, hey, what's up, my boy? Yeah. Man, we got a lot in common. That's what I said.
Man.
He said, how you know we got like, because, man, I heard a lot about you. I didn't want to tell him where I heard it from.
Right.
I didn't want to tell him how I heard it.
Yeah, but
in
case you didn't know.
And I looked at her with the straightest of looks like, and she gave me the coldest one back. The head nod. And that was acknowledgement that, hey, if you don't say nothing, I ain't got to say nothing. And I'm not going to tell, because as soon as he leave, guess what?
I'm back in it.
I'm probably right back over that table. She was across the hall. Wow. If you ever been military, lived in the bags, you know you always tuck one in the bags for that. When I strike out at the club, old dark 30, I can tap on your door, and if you didn't pick nothing
I didn't
up,
have that
good.
privilege. I was field artillery. It was just nothing but dudes.
Hard leg dudes.
Hard leg. They call it red leg country.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes. Bro, field artillery is one of the worst parts of the Army that they never tell a story. Most fun you can have, though.
Most fun.
Because,
most
again,
fun.
Anything you
I
can
ain't
think
gonna front.
of.
The brothers that I rocked with, the bonds I made to
Man,
this day, we
brothers to this
still
day.
rock. Shout out to Hodges and Fox, my dudes. But you know, and
Man,
Lumpy, you know, we doing
Hinesville,
thing.
Georgia, 1996. I didn't know life even existed like that till I
Right.
got stationed there. 700 blocks. Shout out. Coldest block at Fort Stewart, Georgia when I was there. But the craziest thing is anything you could think of, there was a brother that was willing to do it with you. You didn't have to finish the story. Hey, man, I got this chick coming over. She bringing a friend? I don't want to tell you what the friend looked like, but you about to jump on a grenade, sir.
Let me tell you something. If you have never taken one for the team,
You are not a real brother. I've
You
jumped
know,
on a few grenades,
man.
took a little strap metal for the homie. I've done it.
Yo, you take one for the team. Yo, that was like back then. That was the saying. Hey, dog, I got what she look like. Man, come on, you can't take one for the team.
Hey, you owe me. You owe me. Because you done put your homie in a situation before.
Dude,
You owe me.
taking
And
one for the
that's
team.
a favor you just got to own up to and take. For me, it was always hey, bruh, I don't know what she looked like, but she bringing her homegirl. You down?
Yo,
My partner, hey, I hate to say him, hump a moose, bro. Like,
I mean, you know,
gives no damns what it looked like. It's just a night, right? Yeah, just a night. Just a night.
she ain't got to stay over.
Yeah, she ain't staying. Man,
Wake up, act like it's a fire.
hey, I done pulled the fire alarm. Fort Stewart, Georgia.
We got early formation. Yo, you gotta go. You gotta
Hey,
go.
banged on my own door and that like I had to report because my sergeant knocked. I've done that. Hey, left her at the picnic table with somebody else. Went back to my room. Come to find out it wasn't even my room that she jumped in. 'Cause I humped in my homeboy's room. Yeah, I've done it. Like
we used to sneak chicks in the barracks, dude, and then sneak them out in the PT uniform, right? Because we wasn't allowed to have females in the
let
barracks.
that females
Yeah,
over.
put her
Put
in
these
the
shorts and
PT
this t-shirt
joint,
on.
walk on out like y'all going to PT and send her. Hey,
Hey,
make
she
sure I get
split
my
left,
shit
you
back.
split right. Look, salute the flag, sir. Fall in. But
Hell
man,
yeah.
again, during that time frame though, I tell people my learning curve was so much greater when I joined the Army.
Oh yeah.
Because lack of knowledge is how they beat us. When I joined the Army, 18,
Yes.
you a grown man.
Facts.
It didn't matter what your age was.
Not
you
at
doing
all.
grown man
Grown
shit.
man shit.
So therefore, everybody around you, you act like kids, but you doing grown man shit. Then you find out everybody ain't from the same place. So like, man, the coldest thing I thought I did in my hometown, that was nothing compared to some of the shit I've seen pulled off.
Like, I gotta be honest. The military, I don't know what it is now, but back then, the connections, the friends, the people you met.
Still cool with some cats, man, that I was
Solid.
stationed with. Matter of fact, man, I'm married because of my Army buddy. His wife and my wife are cousins. Had it not been for him and him getting a picture, I'd never meet my wife. I met my wife through a picture.
Wow.
Then it was a phone call. Then it was that, back then it was landline, so that
He
late
said
night.
a picture. You know how old that
A Polaroid. Now, G, I'm dead ass. A Polaroid picture is how I met my wife, man. I seen the picture. Here's the crazy, though. I tell him, like, hey, put me on. His exact words was, hell no. And I said, huh? He said, bro, you going to fuck it up. When you do, she going to hate me. My girl going to hate me. I'm going to hate you. So, man, let's not even do that.
Like, nah, forget that.
But what it was is, this was back when the bags was the bags. You had a phone this month. That bill was $900 because you was calling on a long distance call. So your phone got cut off. Guess what? Now you using your homie's phone.
Yep.
He had to use my phone. They had to call my line. Eventually, I got in there, and man, 23 years later, we are still married. True story.
He said some words. I'm gonna tell you this. I tell people all the time. I ain't never been locked up, right? But the closest thing to prison I ever had was the barracks experience. Military experience, boy. Because you be back, especially back then. Because back then, again, I'm not saying this jail. I'm just saying the experience.
Locked down 23 hours a day.
This experience.
Being voluntold what to do.
Because barracks they just brick buildings. That's it. Solid brick on the inside them joints.
You had a gate that locked for you. We locked it ourselves.
That's it.
But we were still stuck there. Yeah. I tell people that too, man. I made parole when I discharged out. It was because there was days that I wanted to do other things and I couldn't because the job required me to be. I had to be here.
I did some stupid shit too. I remember one time, my sergeant told us to cut out. Right, we were supposed to have field day, where they clean up. So everybody was gonna be cleaning in the barracks that day. So my sergeant was like, "Look, y'all don't want to get put on no whack detail. Cut out." So that morning we cut. Boom. Yeah. We dip up out of there, and so we was in uniform, but we ain't know where to go. So we went to the mall. I went and got my ears pierced in uniform. Yo. Crime upon crime. That is like a huge military crime right there to do some stuff like that.
That's a no-go at every station.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like, and I was walking around, dude,
Yeah.
and finally somebody stopped me and said, "Hey, dude, you know,
You got your earrings in?
you got some earrings. I mean, you can't walk around with them." And I was like, "Oh, for real?" And that's when I got hip to the, the broomsticks. You know, back then you used to take those straw broomsticks and burn
Burn them on the end,
put them
toothpick in there, man.
Yes. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about this whole craze of the poly thing.
Young people.
I want to talk because it seems like it's the new hotness right now.
We just called it cheating, sir. That's what we called it. It didn't have a real dope name.
Short term for it, cheating.
It was just cheating. My grandfather used to always say, it ain't pimping because you got more than one girl. It's only pimping when they know each other. So therefore, the new age of pimping is now called poly.
I don't understand it. Like everybody's supposed. Here's what's weird to me. Everybody's supposed to be more sexually aware, right? There's like sex clubs and all these things popping up and everything. But at the same time, when I approach you, you act like a prude, right? If I approach a chick out and about and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?"
That's because the
right?
term is.
But you're supposed to be so sexually aware.
Man,
I'm not saying whip your titty out. I'm saying when I meet you,
you're supposed to be a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. You're not supposed to let them know. That's the reason why most dudes get sprung, because, man, they be in this hole. I took her to dinner. I held the door. That's why chivalry's dead, because now it's to the point where with the internet, I can just say what I want to say, and it's a direct text message to you. You don't have to worry about the perception.
It is crazy.
This poly shit is the same way.
It's like, and everybody's like a kid with a new toy now. Well, man, me and my ladies, you know what I'm saying? Me and my ladies. I'm greedy. I am greedy.
Selfish.
Let me tell you something. I don't want to share shit. I don't want to share you with another woman, another man. I partially don't want to have kids with you because I got to share your motherfucking ass. I really just want. That's it. I want a chick. I want a chick I can just latch on to, she walk around the house and I'm just on.
I said the cat.
You know what I'm saying?
Look here, I'm not for the poly because that whole one woman is enough to deal with in my life. Man. I don't want a second relationship where both of y'all mad at me at the same time. That makes no. Then y'all gang up together.
And y'all periods gonna sync up,
man. So the only reason I like it is if y'all opposite weeks when this was shut down. Hey, doors open over here. Right. But that whole double relationship. Look here, I have a hard enough time trying to just be happy with the one. Trying to keep two of you happy. That is, I'm ADHD. I'm an alphabet kid. I can't focus that hard. It's either one or the other.
I don't want to put in that.
But I'm cool with the open, not necessarily open relationship, but as a swinger, man, my life is if we want to have some fun, we adults, we should be able to have fun. Right. I hate the judgment. That's the thing that bothers me. Though. Okay. So I think with this poly thing,
what you think you get when you talk about the judgment? What's the judgment?
So
what's
the judgment is
you get a lot.
There's a lot of people who are just built off of what they think a relationship is supposed to be. I feel like if you happy, you happy. What makes you happy is your choice. So therefore, if me and my wife are out and we see somebody, like my wife probably look at more ass than I do. If I miss a woman walking by, my wife is going to tap me and say, "Hey, did you see that one?" Because I'm going to look. I'm an ass man. If you got a nice pair of jeans and a firm backside because you worked out, I'm giving you all the props for the time and effort you put in the gym. I went by the gym. I didn't go in. I just went by. So
I saw you in there.
And I like the effort you put into it because your jeans look filled out.
I appreciate you.
But my wife will tap because my wife knows I'm going to look. Right. Now, I'm not disrespectful. I'm not going to run over there like, "Hey, baby, I'm about to go." That's not what but if my wife chooses to bring someone home for us to sleep with, we're grown folks. I don't feel like I should have to go tell the whole world, "Hey, I don't want you to judge me." But there's people who feel like they should be able to do that. Well, what about your kid? You act like I'm doing it in front of my kids. I didn't have sex with their mom in front of them. So therefore, why would I have sex with a stranger in front of them?
I just, my thing is if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But when don't be that person that's out there like are you like when I see cats on like there's a dude I seen on social media today, matter of fact, and he was like, my 2 chicks. All right, you got 2 chicks, but then what? Right? Unless you're doing some OnlyFans shit or something, I don't really see the point. But that's the thing. Like my whole thing is like, why is it a show off thing?
So that's the thing.
You know what I mean? Like
it's the show.
Back when we was doing our shit,
even with the cheating. Remember when you used to get a bad one, you tell your partner, "Hey, bro, I just knocked a cold one in the club." Rah, rah, rah. It was the bragging rights. Right. But the internet now has made it so that whatever you do in the privacy of your own home, we can show it to the world. Okay. It's not, I just got to tell it my friends. I can show it to the world. And now I get 55,000 likes. And all of a sudden this post is viral. And now it's, because again, it goes back to the root of all evil. Everybody want to monetize something. So therefore, if this is my niche, This is what I'm gonna use. As comedians, we should be posting our videos and our shows.
Facts.
But I'm a club comic. My mind state is if you really want to see me get the fuck off,
Get your
come
ass
in the
on-
club,
yeah, come see me.
buy a ticket. Because with the internet, I get 25 different ways I can crop this video, cut this video, reshoot this video to make it funny. But when I'm in that club, I get 5 minutes if I'm an opening act, 30 minutes if I'm a headliner to give you a great show.
I try to be a little bit of everything. I ain't gonna lie. Like I try to have some internet presence, but it is a young thing. Like, I ain't gonna say like don't because I don't want old folks to be like, I be killing it. I mean, some of the older folks
Get
be
your
putting
old
in,
ass sit down somewhere.
Like some old folks got they got their little material. They be hitting with it. I feel like it is harder when you're older to actually get like a follow
Because
unless you come up with some
energy
crazy
and the
shit.
effort and the time, like I work every day, so I don't have time to come home and crop video. And I get it. If you're branding and promoting and sending, it's worth it. But like I tell everybody, if you have a conversation with me, you'll tell I'm a comedian. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm never serious in any conversation I'm having with you. Some point I'm gonna cut a joke because I'm me.
Yeah.
Some point I'm gonna say something that's either gonna be thought provoking or it's just gonna bust your side open because man, you didn't expect it to come. That's how I'm built. But in the club, when I hit a stage, there's a switch. Like I tell people, if you
In
ever
the club, we all fam.
the club, you know me.
I thought that's what he was gonna say. He said, "But in the club." Go ahead.
But it's one of those things where when I hit that stage,
Yeah.
I don't get a do-over. I
Right.
got that amount of time to entertain, get my message across, throw these jokes at you, tell this story, and I can do it in that amount of time that I'm paid for.
Right.
But I looked at during COVID, there was a lot of comedians that came to the forefront, and now they're comedians. They're not comedians.
Right.
They never performed in a club, never held a mic, never been booed off. Everything was
What
creative.
makes a true comedian to you?
And that's hard, bro, because again, that's a subject. Everybody's not from the same place.
I mean, but let me get the J
coming
Will
from the
breakdown.
South.
Let me get the J Will breakdown.
I tell people all the time, in my family, I'm the least funniest person in my family. My uncles, my cousins are hilarious.
Okay.
But it's because I know the story.
Right.
Man, when Grandpa did that dance during Christmas, I was there. So when you tell me that story, it's funny as hell because I remember it.
Right.
But as a comedian, when I hit a stage, it is complete strangers in front of me. Getting them to understand the story that I'm telling and take them on this story with me.
Yes.
I'm an entertainer. That's what makes me a comedian. I can take the hardest thing that ever happened to me and let you laugh at it in my face because I told it to you. But I don't have to share it if I don't want to. I choose to. I could be as vulnerable as I want to be on that stage. Yet at the same time, how do you know if it's true? Again, I tell people, it's only a lie if you catch me. If you can prove me wrong, it's a lie. But the thing is how you gonna tell me my life's a lie?
My life, right.
I'm talking about what happened to me in most cases, but you weren't there. So to get you to entertain from that story, that's what makes me a comedian.
Word.
But there's other people, if you perform in front of this many people. Well, I've done it in front of 1 in 1,000. So what's the magic number that makes me a comedian? It's like going to open mic. Every person that performs is not a comedian.
If you step on the stage and you get a check,
you know my belief
for doing your comedy. Once you
say
get that, once you got that's when I feel you can say
you got paid for your talent.
Somebody sought you out, booked you, paid you. You are a comedian.
But that's the reason why I don't do a lot of open mics. Because the dude who was just sitting there trying to entertain his friends, get up, get on stage for 3 minutes, sat back down, he can walk out there and say, I was a comedian that night.
Right.
But when I see you in a social setting, you're like, I'm a comedian too. And I go, where have you, like, you know how we do it as comics.
Yeah.
Where have you performed? If you haven't performed in this club to somebody, you're not a comedian. If you haven't done it in this city, you're not a comedian.
Yeah.
Man.
Speaking of which, tonight, make sure you catch us tonight.
University
Me, Jay Will, University Place is going down. We're going to be out there kicking it. Also, we're going to be out there. I'm out there. You coming out there to Mama's show on the 10th?
I'll be in Cali, man.
Oh, yeah.
Cali that week.
Okay.
We're going to Tommy T's.
Nice. Out there.
2025 is a good year, man. As a comedian, it's a good year.
It is. March 18th, I will be headlining the Tacoma Comedy Club. Tacoma Comedy Club. I've headlined a couple of shows, but this is the first time I've got to headline a major comedy club. So this is big. So please come out, rock with us, get down with us, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because the 15th of March, we doing my show out in Spanaway at the Mason Hall.
Yes, sir.
He's hosting. I'm headlining. Then you're doing Ha Ha Tuesdays.
Yep.
which is crazy because I co-host on that show. I do the pre-funk. Our comedy brother Bo Blast hosts the regular show. So it's gonna be, man, 2025. We stepping out.
This year has opened up. So you know what I want to do? So for those that like me and Jay Will, of course, y'all know we do comedy together, right? But we always talk about doing this thing that we call the Hub. So we have a group, right, called the Hub. The Hub. And it's about 10. We the Wu-Tang of comedy. It's about 10 of us from Portland all the way up to Tacoma. And so it was 5 brothers down there and there's 5 up here. And we've been talking about doing this hub run. So the reason I'm bringing it up, because I want us to really do it, where we go from Portland all the way up to Canada and just right up the I-5 corridor and just hit comedy club after comedy club and smack them across the head. And I think that would be so dope. So I'm I'm speaking that out to the world.
So if you are a club promoter and you are trying to get comedy,
yes, sir.
First and foremost, man, look for the Hub. 10 different styles of comedy. I guarantee no one style is the same.
Not at all.
That's why he said the Wu-Tang of comedy, man. It's hilarious when we're together because you would never think that we actually graduated, we actually have college degrees, that we actually mounted the shit in our life. It is 10 brothers who literally spend 20 minutes being serious and the rest of the time clowning.
I came to bring the pain.
Matter of fact, shout out Milk Dud, man, Lil Ron.
Lil Ron. Yeah, that's right.
Man, I think he like 562
he got a birthday.
Shit.
Looking like Master Yoda.
He got more hair out of his nose than on his head, but hey, man, happy birthday anyway.
Yo, so Lil Ron do the karaoke joint down at the Vibe, right? So I shoot down there. I think it had to have been Wednesday, karaoke Wednesdays, because I think that's the day they do it. So I shoot down there. Lil Ron actually got a little voice on him, and so he kind of sound like a Doobie Brother. But he was down in the joint, he was like, and I was like, yo, Lil Ron, hold up. Dude,
but you know, he say he's the son of a pastor, a preacher, man. So, you know, you got to be able to sing a little bit in church.
He was hitting the little notes. I said, I can't see hitting the G
it's
flat.
Crazy, man, because, you know, Lil Ron will sing, but yet when he conversate, we don't know what the hell he be saying. So we don't just get Lil Ron to sing everything from here on out.
He got to sing when he talk.
Hey, if you got a message for me, sing it. Don't you dare try to talk to me because you know what I mean? You feel me? You feel me? You know what I mean? I don't. You ain't saying shit. But if you sing, man, we listen to you. So Lil Ron.
Lil Ron, where you going?
Going to the bathroom. Singing it. Just going to the corner store. Sing it, bro. Sing it.
Man. So again, like, you know, we are talking, like I said, we jumping around talking about the Valentine's Day thing and everything. And we talked about the whole poly thing. So, poly, let me make sure I'm on this. No for you.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just want a part-time. So, like, man, you can stop through and, man, I give you 17 solid strokes, man, and you go on about your business and we good.
I saw where this dude was in a poly relationship and his chick, well, his chicks, his females, got mad at him because he smashed another joint. But so I was like, out of the circle.
You got to keep
But my thing was like, don't you not understand that most men, when dating two women, instantly think, well, hey, this is open. But right?
No, because
most men, that's their excuse, though. I'm saying that's the excuse they use.
The poly thing is a
it's supposed to be a lifestyle. I get it. I get it.
We're dating each other. But it's one of the things me and my wife was talking about was, is it possible to love two people? And I told her I don't believe it's possible to love them the same.
Yes,
because my love for you is my love for you. My love for her would be my love for her.
Right.
But the problem is if they don't share that, there's going to be disconnect because somebody going to get greedy. Like, it's just reality of the way relationships go.
Yeah.
I'm a 51-49 kind of guy. That's even to me.
Right.
I've never understood 50-50 because there's no such thing. It's 51-49. If it's my favor, I'm winning.
Okay.
But at the same breath, you got an attitude. Am I allowed to go in the other room with the one that doesn't have an attitude because I don't feel like putting up with this shit? Or you gonna
Can
get
we
mad?
talk about you? Like, can I be like, hey, look, she making me sick right now, man.
She getting on your damn nerves too.
Right,
man.
Yeah.
That's why she need to go in and fry them damn
because that's the type of shit I'm on. I'm like, we together. I'm not causing dissension. I'm just saying.
Up.
Right.
If we both feel the same
we both
way,
mad at you.
up. Yes, but that's where the disconnect gonna come in.
Right.
My thing is, two women together, they're gonna start fighting for attention. I feel the same way. Two men, there can't be two men in a relationship because, man, somebody got to be an alpha. Somebody got to be
somebody.
Can't be two kings in one castle. Can't be two queens in one castle. At some point, it's going to break down.
Yeah.
Now, for those that's living it and you making it work, man, hit the comments. Give us some messages that we don't know.
Let us know. Let us know.
We don't
like
know.
How you making
we just
it
know
work.
how we feel.
What you do to make it work. like I said, for me, I'm 100% just greedy. I'm just not into wanting to share anything. Like I want it to be us. Like I don't want to have to worry about the next person, and I just don't want to spread my love. Right? Like I don't. I'm stingy with that too.
I
You
told
know what I
I'm
mean?
temporary. You can come over, get
Yeah.
these 17 pumps, smoke an L, get on about your business, man.
Hey.
Hey, I give you these. You can't carry both of them. Just take one of them. Get on about your business. Like again, but it has to be. The other side is like the internet now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
all of a sudden, because of the filters, what
See,
you think
that's
you're
what
gonna
I
get
think.
isn't gonna be what you get.
That's what I think it is. I think the poly thing is hot because the internet's making it
That's
hot.
all it is.
Right?
Again, it's monkey see, monkey do.
Facts.
Again, my grandfather used to always tell me, man, it's cool you got two girls, but it ain't pimping unless they know each other. So my whole thing growing up was, I'm not about to lie to you and keep you in the club.
Right.
If you're Tuesday, don't come to my house on Wednesday because you're gonna meet Wednesday, and Wednesday may not want to be you to be there. Your day was Tuesday,
Right.
so
You
stay
should
on
came
Tuesday. Don't come on Sunday.
They will
That's
got
my day
days
of rest.
of the week. Days of the
So,
week.
Prior to being married, that was my thing. As long as I tell you, you can't hold nothing against me. I give you, but my wife was the person who made me realize what.
Okay.
Give me the ability to say no.
Right.
I can go to my wife with whatever. She has the right to say no. Then if I choose to go do it, then I take the consequences to go with it. But how do I know she don't want to do that if I never bring it to her?
Okay.
So her thing is don't let bad news beat you home. Don't go do something in the street and then you
Right.
don't come back and tell
Facts.
me.
I believe in that.
So like the honesty thing was something that my wife reinforced. I just kind of always was, I'm honest to.
I think that's kind of my issue. I think I'm too honest. I'm too
and that
honest.
can
I'm
be a
very
problem.
right. I definitely will tell you about yourself. You know, I remember one time I was dating this one female, and I came to her crib, and she had young kids. So, but she had like crayon, like melted crayon, like all in the carpet. It was
That's nasty.
It was food like crumbs
That's
everywhere and everything. So I would always ask her to come to my crib, and she was like, "Why you always ask to come to your crib?" And I was like, "Yo, because your crib is nasty."
And your little boy won't go to sleep, and I can't sit here. I can't make googly eyes with you, and he looking at me.
Right,
at the
he
same
jumping
time.
off the couches. And the bastard, she got mad. And I'm like, but your crib is nasty, dude. Like, the one time I came over there and we went to get in the bed and pulled the bed back, it was food in the bed. I was like, dude, she's like, I got kids. That don't mean your kids need to be out of control.
If your kids are eating in your
Yeah.
bed, then you need to teach your kids how to sit at the table.
Some
manners.
Some.
But
yeah.
that's the kind of like me being an older dude now. Like to cheat.
Yes.
We was talking about it the first week.
Right.
Having somebody that's your age that matches your energy.
Word.
So that's why I always say with older dudes, we always go with younger women because when we get older, our energy levels, if we want to pop outside, we want somebody to want to be up with us to pop outside.
True.
But I can't date young chicks no more.
Nah.
Man, you can't air fry me some dino nuggets and think that's gonna get
Yo,
by. Like when I say, can you cook?
Yeah,
Top
I need you to be
ramen
able
is
to
not
cook.
a meal.
Yeah.
So like I need somebody named Miss Erlene.
You know,
Like I want them to call you Sister Ethel.
Ethel.
I want them to call you Sister Ethel, even though you ain't in church. You see what I'm saying? Like that's when I know you of age for me.
You know, I kind of teeter on, like, I don't mind a younger woman, but I realize now that I just can't do it because of, at some point, I don't care how mature she is. At some point, her age is going to show.
It's going to come
At
out.
some point. Like, one time I was dating a younger female, and I said to her something like, yo, you know, we was talking about something. I was like, well, what you think of that? And she was like, well, I don't really got an opinion because I don't really know about that. I'm like, but you know that this is existing, right? She's like, yeah.
Google
I'm
it.
like, so you don't see the problem there? You don't see the issue there? Like, she didn't have an opinion about it. She was like, I'm not as old as you. I ain't been around. I'm like, that don't mean you can't have an opinion.
Don't mean you can't live life.
Right. I've always had an opinion. Like, yo, you got an opinion. I ain't never been golfing a day in my life. And people love it. And I understand why people love it. But tell you what, it's boring to me. Right?
I don't like to play
That's
golf.
my opinion.
I like to go to the driving range. Man, to go out and just hit, swing.
Right.
That's aggression. That's like going to the batting cage. I never want to play baseball.
Right.
But
When
I'll
I go to the
batting
back cage.
put on a helmet, smack the ball. That's aggression release.
Yeah, I agree
For
with
me, it's that whole mentality of if we're gonna go kick it, and you're younger than my oldest daughter, I'm gonna feel some kind of way. You would have to be at least, and I go 5 to 10 years older than my oldest child, because I don't want to date or be messing with a girl and you went to school with my daughter and you like, oh, I remember when I had a sleepover at your house. They see us in public and people go, did she used to hang with your daughter? See, then it makes it look creepy because, man, she was at your house and you groomed her up for this. So,
I mean, that's
gotta be
weird.
older
That's
than my
weird.
oldest child, like-
I do, in that respect, well, again, I don't date younger anymore, but when I did, I will not lie. My rule was my kids couldn't know you, right? Like, they just couldn't know
and
you.
it's hard, like, especially out here. Like,
And-
my kids went to school out here.
Right,
so-
see, and my daughter went to school down in the out of Tacoma, and my son came from Chicago, so I didn't have to worry about
Yeah, see, that's,
that much, really, as far as
I was always afraid. Like, I would go places, and it's crazy because even to this day, we'll go places, me and my wife, and people know us by our kids.
right,
Or I've coached them in some
Right.
capacity. So they holler, hey, coach.
yeah,
So when I'm in a club, that's the reason why I tell people I do comedy clubs. I don't go to music
regular clubs, right,
I
right,
don't, you're not going to catch me in there because
right.
I'm not going to be in the club trying to enjoy myself and I'm looking at something moving and dancing. And first off, they doing these TikTok dances now.
Man.
That bothers me anyway.
Yo, remember when you had, I talked about this probably on the first show, and I was saying, remember when you had to do all of those things? You had to know how to dance. You had to know how to have some speech game. You had, like, there was a list, an unwritten list
This
out
how,
there.
This how I'm going to take you back to
You
your
know what
age
I'm
level.
saying?
You used to have to be able to rap to a girl. You
Man,
remember that?
yes, yes.
That
Your
was a
rap
line.
had to be
You had to have
strong.
a rap game.
Your rap had to be
Didn't
strong.
mean I was spitting bars, youngster. That meant
Yeah.
that when I was talking
Yes.
to her, my game was so smooth that
Yes.
the conversation was interesting enough to her to want to have
Yes.
it after we leave.
You had to be able to set yourself apart from all the other dudes that approached her that night. You had to be original. Now it's not even about that.
But
now
getting the number used to be a sport. Like, let's take it back
Yes.
to the Army days.
yes,
Getting the number in the club was a sport.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
worst was when your partner come home with the same number you got. Like,
Oh,
oh,
right.
how did that happen? I didn't even see you talk to her. Because
Yeah.
it was the club.
Yeah.
At that time, my back was to it, and man, she's
Yeah.
not yours yet.
not yet, not yet.
But that's the thing that I miss. Like, I feel like the way the world is now, we don't communicate.
Not at all.
Even with this
Not at all.
podcast, we having conversation, me and you,
Right.
world's watching, and we're not saying our opinions are actual fact. We just having a good time talking about topics. I know this jackass over here. Just having a conversation about random topics and our opinion.
Yeah.
But as soon as we turn this off, somebody's gonna watch it. Oh my God. And they're gonna be heated because they feel that their opinion should matter more. But you're not sitting here. You can always tell us what your opinion is. That's why you always hear me wrap up with, I'm not gonna argue an opinion.
Boom.
Everybody can have one. It's okay to have
True
one.
indeed.
It used to be because you had an opinion. That's how we conversated.
Yes.
And
yes.
if you could make me see your opinion, doesn't mean you was changing my mind. It just gave me a different view that I didn't
Right.
know about.
Right.
Now it's death.
Oh my
If
God.
you don't like what I say on the stage, you can cancel me.
Oh my gosh. You can't
Get enough people
you can
to
get
believe
me. You
what
can
you
get
believe.
me fired.
Man, get
Per se.
blocked.
Ain't that
blacklisted.
crazy?
It's crazy how the world has became.
I'll tell you what. This one of the things I said as I do my comedy is my dollar will never be based off my words. Right?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I'm gonna speak how I want to speak, and it's that simple. You know what I mean? I'm not changing that for nothing to nobody. If I want to say something, I personally do not do gay jokes just because I don't do gay jokes. But if I do a gay joke, it's gonna be funny. And that's
It's
just that.
for
No,
comedy. It's
right.
not
People,
intended to
like,
hurt
it makes me
anyone's
stop
feelings.
acting like the gay community ain't funny too, right? Like it's jokes in every community.
Hell,
you know what I'm saying?
It used to be we called them funny. Like,
Right.
why is it? That's the thing.
Right.
Verbiage nowadays, the meaning of how we were
That's
raised.
funny
and what
that you
it-
said that. I remember my mom said, "You out there with that little funny
that
boy."
little funny boy. I mean, you know the little one in your class, the one that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's like growing up, the whole coming out thing now is a whole show
Right.
where
right.
you got to have balloons, flowers, and pigeons and all kind of weird
Right.
shit, so you can say you're being you.
Right.
Where I grew up at, you couldn't be you until my grandma gave you approval. You could be as gay as you want to be to yourself.
Right.
But until my grandma acknowledged it, nobody else in the family acknowledged it.
That was it.
Until grandma said, well, you know he ain't right. He funny. And as soon as my
Yep.
grandma said that, now everybody already knew it.
You already knew.
Now we can address it.
Right.
But you didn't have to come out. It was already understood.
It was out.
You just
It was
lived.
understood.
You
It was-
still my
yeah.
cousin.
Right.
And
Didn't
the
change
difference
nothing.
is when we go places, I be like, I gotta take him with me.
Mm.
Because I don't want to watch you go. I don't want to watch my dude cousin go talk to other dudes. Like that
Right.
don't interest me.
Right.
So my grandma used to always be like, well, if your cousin from out of town coming, the one from man, come on,
man.
not the one from Virginia. You know he funny. Grandma, he funny. Yeah, he funny, but he alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well now I got to take it because my grandma told.
Grandma said.
It was the dynamic of the family. Like, man, we had an elder and we respected the elder.
Yes. Nowadays the elder is
in the club.
I had a homegirl and her son had a baby. And she said, Scoop, when I went over there, I was older than the grandma. I said, what? She said, yeah. She said the daughter was maybe like 16, right? Somewhere between 15 and 16. The mama was somewhere like 30. And the grandma was like 40-something. She said, I was older than all three of them. I said, damn.
It was crazy. I went to a friend's house and his wife was getting ready to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the daughter came downstairs who was like 21. She's getting ready to go out. And then the grandma came over there and the grandma was more naked than both of them. And they all going to the same club. So who you in there competing with your daughter and your mama to get a man. But you got a man right here, and he didn't see nothing wrong with it. And I'm looking at him like, bro, there's no way.
One of y'all got to stay home.
Like somebody should be here with the kids.
Somebody.
But again, the term big mama, I grew up with that. Like my grandma, like I used to think that every grandma was old. Like,
yes,
you had to be in your 60s and 70s to be a grandma. Like
I agree,
because that's how I grew up. That's all I ever seen. I never seen a young grandma.
You said grandma, and you instantly thought,
or somebody was like, "Where Big Mama at?" Everybody just knew universally who that was in the household. Yeah. Like now, it's you call them by their first names.
Well, I guess I don't give off the picture of a grandfather. I
beg to
suppose.
differ, sir.
You know,
or is this up for discussion, or this is one of those things that we're not going to argue an opinion?
It's just that we're not arguing.
We're not going to argue an opinion. Okay.
This is me just stating that I don't get grandpa vibes.
I said I don't argue opinions, but this may be one I have to take on just because. Nah, real talk though.
Yeah,
I can say this, man, and I mean it from my heart. Scoot is probably the youngest acting old dude I've ever seen. Like, if you've ever seen Scoot perform, you are tired. This dude dances and bounces, and man, he is so animated on the stage. I hate going behind him because I be tired. Like, watching him perform drains my energy. Then I come out behind him. Nobody wants to see me stand still and talk to them when this dude put on a whole BBD production. Yeah. He came out to Slick Rick the Ruler and rapped the whole damn song. That song is 9.5 minutes long.
It's a great song.
Scoop done dance. He did the backup dancers moves. He the front man of it. He's back in the back acting like the DJ on the stool. And this all happens in 2.5 minutes of him introing himself. He still got to go do a set. Again, man, there's a lot of times when we go places, people don't know he's the oldest.
I remember when Jay-Z did this interview, and he was talking about when he seen DMX. Him and DMX did a show together. He said X came on, and X was doing his thing. He said he done sat there, did a prayer, did all this other stuff, took these people on all kind of emotional roller coasters. They done laugh with him, cry with him, party with him. And he stepped off stage. He said, and I'm going on stage with, it's a hard not life.
I come out with a whole ass band and production. Not about to do all of that. That's the reason why I tell people, man, when you're a comedian, your style is your style. Can't nobody do you like you.
Facts,
man, it's one of those things that if you've ever worked with me, I've said it to you. Yeah. If we've ever been on a show together, before you step on that stage, the last thing you're going to always hear me say is, hey, bro, let's go give them a hell of a show because can't nobody do you like you.
Jay Will gave me my first paid show. He gave me my first paid show.
And now I'm broke as shit. So you see how the world's...
and we've been rocking ever since.
Real talk.
It was right before COVID, and I remember, like, at that time thinking of what type of comedian I was going to be, right? Like, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, right? Like, I just knew I wanted to talk about my life. I just wanted to tell stories, you know what I mean? And I wasn't really sure, like, how it was going to go. But because I thought about that Jay-Z thing, like, you know, how he always talked about that. And I was like, you know, I want to be me. I'm an animated person. I talk with my hands. I move around. So that's what I did. I was like, I'm going to just bring that to the stage. And I never forget, Jay Will said, can't nobody do you like you. And I was like, what? He was like, can't nobody do you like you. And that stuck with me. And I use that for every show. Even if he ain't there, I say it to myself.
Man, can't nobody
say it to myself
like
because
you.
that is so 100% the truth. Man, can't nobody spit your shit like you spit your shit.
It's crazy as hell because we've been around each other enough to know each other's routines. Like, I know some of the setups for your jokes. Right. Even when you change them, I know what the punchline is going to turn into.
Right.
And yet, if I took your whole set and tried to do it, it would look so weird trying to see me tell those jokes.
Right.
Now, there's a joke that you tell about being in Philly with the Crocs on.
Yeah.
I want that joke so goddamn bad. 'Cause the step you do, I find myself practicing that step at the house. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie. When these, I'm gonna be far away, and you're not gonna be able to catch me. I'll make sure all cameras are off, and I'm doing that joke, man, because that joke, I feel I could get a pop off that joke.
Oh yeah,
but
this is a good one too.
It's one of those things where, man, like when I do my shit, I tell people I don't need to move and jump and gyrate.
Right.
Man, I'm a storyteller. And if you listening to me, you gonna have a good time and laugh.
Right.
If you're listening,
Yeah.
you sitting there trying to order your drink and eat chicken wings and tap the person that
whisper to the chick next to you.
You're gonna miss what I do.
You're on your social media.
My facial expressions. I'm standing perfectly still. I get tired fast, bro.
Right,
My energy level's about -2.
Well, we about to shut this joint down. Terry, we miss you. Jay Will, what's up? What you got?
Man, you know what it is, man. I'm Jay Will, the comic. True story. Let me go ahead and get some business out the way. We talked about March 15th. I'm doing a show in Spanaway with the Mason Hall, Lodge 83. Man, great group of brothers. I've been doing this show now probably about 6 years, almost 7. It's a great way for me just to bring comedy the way I feel comedy should be presented. So tap in with me, man. Jay Will, the comic on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Catch these flyers. Come out and see me. February 23rd, I'm doing Tacoma downtown. I'm headlining the main comedy club. So like he was saying earlier, man, it's his first time headlining a major comedy club. This is the Downtown Comedy Club. It's my first chance to be on the stage with the show. I'm closing it out. So you can tap in, man, get your tickets online. It's called Black Jokes. It's presented by Gerald Beeman. Man, it's a dope thing. But as I sign off, you know how I'm built. Y'all know who I am. I'm Jay Will, the comic. Y'all know I don't argue opinion. So if you got anything you want to say to me, man, jump in the inbox, hit my line, tell me what you want me to know. We can conversate about whatever. But if you don't like what I say, man, I give you these. If you did like what I say, you know you rock with me. If you don't, take one away, man. You know how I feel about it.
Wow. Well, I was going to say some cool shit, but now I'm just going to be like, see you guys later.
Peace, dude.
See you guys later. You know, Stoked by Scooter, #1.
Can't help himself. He's silly, man. One day.
Yeah, Coffee and Condoms, man. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. You can catch me on all my social media joints, a Funky Grandpa, right? That's what it is. Oh, and shout out, I had a brand new grandbaby.
Yeah.
Messiah. Yes.
Man, brand new to the
Messiah
world.
Spencer, brand new. Shout out to my son, Lamont, man, and Alexis. They did their thing. So
Beautiful.
Yes, beautiful baby girl into the world. A new Spencer. 2 fingers, we out.
Coffee and Condoms.
So passive, woke up the masses. That I was roused today, put on their glasses. That I was gone today, reread the tablet. I am just a human doing shit you can't fathom.
Podcast with me, your host, Scooter, aka the Funky Grandpa.